Law coming to you live from Upscale Nail Lounge with another video. What I like to call myself and who I am is pretty much a person that likes to transfer knowledge. And this video is based on the startup and how I got started in the nail beauty industry and how I came up with my nail lounge. So, again, I'm new to this YouTube thing, bear with me, but again, leave me comments, subscribe, like, let me know if I'm doing good or if I'm doing bad. I am just going to jump right into it with 5 tips and tricks and things that I use along the way to help me get established in this industry and help me get established with open up the very first nail lounge in my state. So, getting started. Again, I will try to be as detailed as possible, but again, I'm going to do a couple more videos where I can get into it. These 5 tips that I am going to share with you today is just based off of the bulk of how I got where I'm at and also how I opened up the nail lounge. With number 1 being knowing that this is something that you really, really want to do. And I mean that by the nail salon, nail industry, nail lounge, nail shop, amongst the technology and things that you can call it. But definitely knowing that this is something that you want to do. Having passion. Passion is the most important thing that you can have with opening any business. Whether it's the nail business, barber business, hairstyle business, you need to have passion. Because that's what's going to take you the extra mile. That's what's going to allow you to continue to grow every single day, continue to want to learn, continue to want to advance. It's having that passion. And I am a very passionate person. I'm definitely passionate about getting my nails done. That is my passion. And even doing my own nails. And also being pampered. Being pampered is my all-time passion of all. Being pampered and providing an experience to someone else to be pampered. So that's my background and what the first thing you should ever do when opening up a business or thinking about opening up a business is knowing that this business, are you going to be passionate about it? That's a question that you have to ask yourself. And that was something that I asked myself when I first got started. So once you're passionate, that brings me to number 2. Research. You must do your research. I can't state that enough. Even with me having a background in business management, you need to do the research because everything changes year by year. Different things changes of how to gain a business license or how to gain space or just anything. You need to know the research of what you're doing, especially if you haven't been doing it for a very long time and you just, like me, woke up in the middle of the night like, you know what? I'm going to open up a nail lounge. And that's what I did. But I had to do my research. And once I started beginning to do my research, I realized that this is really something that I'm passionate about, that I believe that I can present, and something I'm going to deliver. So that's kind of what I did. Was I did the research on how to open up a nail salon. I did the research on what goes into open up a nail lounge. I did the research on the terminology, on the space. I just did a bulk of research. And you'll hear me from time to time say nail lounge, nail salon, nail shop. They're all the same. It's a place where you provide pampering and a spa experience. At a nail lounge, nail salon, nail shop. I just happen to have a nail lounge. There's no real big difference except for the experience that you provide to your clients. And then number 3, I'm going to jump right into like the business part of it, is definitely having a business plan. And although people say, oh, well, excuse me. People say, well, how did you get started? And I mean, I did my research. I had my passion, but I didn't have the proper documentation that followed it to kind of say that this is where I'm going to go, this is where I'm going to grow, and this is how I'm going to prosper. And that is what you need with a business plan. I will do a whole separate video on the detailed business plan because you can Google it on what is a business plan template, or you can Google, give me examples of a business plan. But I have a step-by-step that I use to create my business plan, which was like the foundation of my business. And some people, you use a business plan to go to the bank and say, hey, this is the plan that I have to want to open up my business. Can you help me? Can you fund me? In my case, the business plan was for me to see where I'm going to start, how I'm going to finish. And I went through the following steps that you need in a traditional business plan. And then I added a couple of things that was beneficial to the nail industry that I believe that was left out when I did my research on a business plan. But having a business plan is definitely important. You definitely want to look into a business plan. You definitely want to have one, even if you're not going to get any funding from anyone, even if you're not going to the bank to, try to get a loan. You need that for personal use. And then number 3 is after you created that foundation with the business plan and your passion and your research, then you kind of want to start looking at location. And so to me, I wanted to find a place where you would not say that that's a nail shop, that's a nail salon, that's a nail lounge. I wanted to find a place that was not, because I am in the process and I am the person of creation. So I wanted to create a place versus it already being walk-in traffic ready. Although when you get into a business, you want to have door open ready. You want to just be able to put your equipment in there. You just want to hit the ground running. My case, that was not it. And when you're in the nail industry, you are in the process of creation. You want to create something for someone. You want to make someone feel good about something. So to me, I feel that I should get a place where I should be able to build that from the ground up. And that wasn't what I did. But if you find a location where it's walk-in ready, that foot traffic is going to be amazing, and this is your passion, and you've already got a plan to succeed, go for it. So, and number 5, pretty much is grit. With any business, you must have grit. And grit means that you've taken all the following steps to open up this business, to run this business, to construct this business, and you have to have the grit behind the business. You must be the grit. And I think that is how some businesses don't make it, because they don't have grit. And in the nail industry, well, this is a $1 billion industry, you must have some sense of grit. And a couple of things and tips and tricks that I learned along the way was pretty much is that I'm not a active nail technician. I am a active entrepreneur, and I love to get my nails done. However, I went through the following steps that I needed to open up a nail lounge. And in anywhere, you don't have to be a nail technician to open up a nail salon, and that I know for a fact. And with that being said, I was able to go on this journey, and what typically would take 6 months took me 3 months to open, and we're running fully successfully, which I'll get into details in my next video. Now that I'm getting more comfortable, getting more flexibility, and I am a person that would like to, again, transfer knowledge. And YouTube is the perfect platform to transfer your knowledge. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. So that was the 5 steps to joining the nail business industry, and just a few things, heavy hitters of things that you should do along the way. Or if you're curious, these are things that I took, the steps that I took to get where I'm at and to be able to open up my doors to the public. So I will get definitely in details in my next video. But again, thank you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I did. And I will continue to transfer knowledge. Thanks, guys.